It's some huge news in the world of sports as well this morning. NCAA and the nation's 5 biggest power conferences have agreed to pay nearly $2.8 billion to settle antitrust claims. This decision sets the stage for a revenue-sharing model that could start giving money directly to athletes as soon as the 2025 fall semester. NCAA President Charlie Baker, the former Massachusetts governor, along with the commissioners of the ACC, Big Ten, Big 12, Pac-12, and SEC, released a joint statement saying it is, quote, an important step in the continuing reform of college sports that will provide benefits to student athletes and provide clarity in college athletics across all divisions for years to come. Specific details of the settlement were not disclosed. This essentially ends the amateurism model that had been a bit of a joke for, say, the last decade or more. It opens up millions of other questions, though, Kristen. There are only 2 revenue sports in the NCAA, not 10 or 20. It's football and men's basketball. Yes, there are a handful of women's basketball teams that make money. Largely speaking, they lose money, let alone the hundreds of other sports that lose money. So how are you going to compensate athletes for programs that lose their school money? There are so many questions here. I don't even know where to begin. Yes, it's a small step forward, but it opens up Pandora's box.
It's interesting because NIL, I think, was the first real time that we saw major change on this front. Now we have this nearly $3 billion settlement, but you combine NIL, what that did for college athletes in terms of being able to make money, plus social media and how quickly they were able to accelerate their brand. It does seem like this change has happened very fast because of this moment in time. And even college athletes like a Caitlin Clark, for instance, she has said, yes, my game is important. Yes, my game matters, but we are selling out stadiums at Carver Hawkeye Arena because it's a combination of playing at the top of your game, using social media to get your message out there, and then raking in the revenue.
But there are fewer than 5 women's college basketball teams that sell out their arenas. Fewer than 5. So again, there's so many complexities here. This was brought by a swimmer. No swimming programs make money, 0. So again, I just can't figure out how this model is going to work. NIL is paying starters in top Division 1 tier in men's basketball and football $1 million a year for a lot of these kids. So it's hard for those 2 sports to make the argument that they're not getting compensated fairly. There will be negative consequences here for colleges that don't bring in a ton of money, but I could talk for hours about this clearly.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting to see how this shakes out. We'll continue to follow the story, of course.